My first pitch renovation as a non-league groundsman. We started the morning off nice and early, getting the photon out. And we got the cutting deck off the photon and linked up our harrow chains. A massive thing I've learned being a non-league groundsman is you've got to work with what you've got. Unfortunately, we don't have a scarifier, so a harrow chains is the next best thing. And to be honest, I think that really worked in our favour in the end. It did a lot more than I expected, so it scratched at the surface and pulled up any debris or thatch without completely deconstructing it like a scarifier would have. This is an example of the thatch it pulled up after the first pass. The video's not very clear. I don't know why, you just couldn't really see it on the video, but you get the gist. I made the decision to do 2 passes with the chains. As ripping up all the thatch, it also opens the surface up a little bit and reduces compaction. And within 5 minutes of me doing that, the machines were here. This is the air ray spreader we have hired. As you could have probably guessed, the seed goes in that box there. And underneath, you've got the spiker and the brush. And at the back, you've got a roller. This machine is called a turf cone and it's used to spread top dressing. It's all controlled by the levers at the front. It's got a little conveyor belt there that will push our sand out through the brush that breaks up any clumps. And it's fairly simple, really. But anyway, I got straight on with spreading our perennial ryegrass mix. So the spikers at the front stick little holes in the ground. And then just behind them, as you can see, you've got the seed flying out, so it almost sows the seed into the ground. And towards the back of the machine, you've got the brush and the roller to work the seed into the ground and to level the ground back out. After I'd done a couple passes with that, I decided to give the turf co a go. So I filled it up with that shovel over there. And there we are, straight on the pitch with it. In case you couldn't tell, with it being my first renovation, and I didn't have an awful lot of time today, I used today as a little tester, so I didn't do a lot. But today I just thought I'd do a little bit of everything just to see how it's going, see how it's looking, and just to make sure I'm on the right track really. But here is how them 4 bays were looking before I got on there with the brush. And there we are doing my most favourite activity of brushing. And for once, we wasn't brushing to reduce the build-up of thatch. If you didn't know, the reason we was brushing is to try and work all the sand and seed into the ground, as you obviously don't want the sand just on the surface, and the seed obviously has a lot more chance of taking if you can work it into the soil that's already there. Tomorrow will be a much better day. I'll get a lot more done and you'll have a lot more to see. But if you got this far in the video, as always, thank you very much for watching and follow for more.